Oh, get out of here.
That's okay. That's okay.
Good afternoon. This is Deb Amlen for the New York Times, and welcome back to
Heroes, comedy heroes.
Yeah.
Here's how magicians solve
Wow.
That's what we're doing.
One of those, Elaine.
Stay over. We are going to be feeding Sam sugar and see how much it actually takes for him to lose his ability to solve. Right? This is science. We're doing this for science, Sam.
Hello, I am Isaac Aronow for the New York Times, joined by the intrepid engineering manager, Pamela Bergson.
I can do the introduction there too.
Yes, and here we are with today's Thursday puzzle by Joe Deeney, right? Yes, Joe Deeney. Yes, excellent puzzle. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you. Happy Thursday. I don't know what to talk about, so let's get into the puzzle.
Yeah, well, we can talk about the fact that I am not usually a Thursday
That's
solver.
true. Oh, yeah.
So I am a little bit terrified of this. Normally, I do the Sunday crossword on paper. Normally with my husband. Like, this is our thing. We do over
Right.
cooking, right? So
Right.
one person's cooking and the other person's doing the puzzle.
Right.
This is a very different vibe, but it's going to be okay. Even though there's an overlay, and as an engineering manager on the games team, overlays scare the heck out of me because they invariably break the apps. So don't tweet
Yes.
at me about the overlays. I know we're working
Yes,
on it.
or me. At the head of today, at the lead of today's wordplay column, there is instructions on how to fix it if it's broken. Because
Yes.
I think it was broken on iOS. I think it's okay on Android, or at least it worked on my phone when I checked earlier. So if it's broken, put it in chat. We'll tell you how to fix it. So, but yes, we are not joined by Deb or Sam today. They are both out on other assignments. So here we are with the Thursday puzzle. But let's not let that stop us, and let's enjoy ourselves. So
Yeah.
usually, so I'm a freak, and I will solve, one across, one down, and then just sort of go. But usually, because Deb and Sam are much smarter solvers than I am, they will look for the gimmies, so the blanks. So we have blank expert, and then we have 40 down, which is on the blank, not talking to each other.
Oh, that's on the outs.
Yes, that is on the outs. Good morning.
Thank goodness for Deb and Sam.
Yes, good morning, Laura. Good morning, Ninebark. Although it's not the morning, it's 1 o'clock, but it can be morning where you are. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then, of course, our other fill in the blank is Hujambo, Swahili, blank, English.
Is that going to be hello?
That is hello. Good spot.
Can we look at 48 across before we do any more blanks?
Yes, we can. 48 across is rhyme for menorah in Hanukkah, O Hanukkah.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Okay, I'm really hoping that no one in my family is watching this, because
okay.
I'm not going to know that, and wow, I'll get in trouble.
It's okay.
Never mind. Moving right along.
It is hora. I know it. So I'll save you there. And then the
I would
next.
have gotten it eventually, maybe.
Yeah, it was definitely not the first one I got. I had to sing the song in my head, and I was like, "What rhymes with menorah?" Yes.
Funny.
Yes, but you're always welcome to put your guesses in chat. Laura agrees with hora, and that also rhymes, which is good to know. All right, so
That's all the blanks?
That's
No
all.
more gimmies?
That's it. That's all the gimmies we got today. So
Okay.
So
No problem.
37 down, blank expert. Usually, if someone's leading in with blank expert, it's usually going to be I'm no expert.
Really?
That's my experience. Because no one's going to start a conversation with, oh, I'm an expert. That's a little, no one does that. Well, that's not true. Some people might do that, but that's...
You may have a different circle of friends, I guess.
All
People be
right.
like, I'm an expert. You should listen to me.
All right, well.
But I'm N doesn't fit, so
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Well, I'm and would fit. Well, if I'm no doesn't fit, we can change it. That's the joy of the puzzle. So Laura comes in with 54 across. She says Roma, capital of the Lazio region of Italy. Sure, we can try that. I think that's right. We can go to, I don't know. I don't know where to go. So let's start with one across. Steals and saves, e.g.
So that's making me think of baseball.
Yes, that's definitely a baseball clue, but could be stats.
Yeah, oh, I bet it is, because one down is SOS.
One down. Oh yes, Rihanna's.
So I like that.
Yes, that is.
So I should tell you, my husband insists on doing the crossword puzzle in pen, and therefore I'm used to having to check to make sure I have proof before I write it in. So I'm always going to be checking the cross.
I have never been a pen solver. I was always a pencil solver because
I was too.
I would inevitably get something wrong. So
Well, you can just scratch it out, right?
yes, that's true.
Having said that, 2 down's going to be 2.
Yes.
Snake eyes.
So in print, this clue is just an arrow pointing to the number.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yes. We do that every now and then. I've also seen it with 10.
3 down is all.
All, yes. 4 down, squad.
Team.
Team, yep.
This is one where if I'd written it in pen, I would have had to go back and check something else.
Yes.
But,
5 down. This one's tricky.
I'm not fancy enough to go to luxury hotels, but I'm guessing 13 across is going to be owlet.
13 across is owlet, as I click on the wrong box, but yes. So, 17 across. Something
that turns light green.
Here, I'll give you a hint. If I tell you that,
Don't give me a hint.
All right.
I'm not there yet. What do you think I am, stupid? Okay, I should just say, for the record, I do not believe that getting hints makes you look stupid.
There's nothing wrong with getting a hint.
Hints.
But some people like to solve without hints, and that's fine too.
I like to get stuck and then get the hint.
Yes, there's no wrong way to solve.
Okay, I'm gonna move on though, because
20 across.
having said I didn't want a hint, I actually don't know. So.
well, 20 across has these weird big squares. I wonder what those are.
Stupid overlay.
Yeah.
All right, I've said stupid twice now. Am I fired?
No.
I can't be fired. I'm a volunteer.
It's okay. We're okay.
We're good. Okay.
25 across is skedaddles, cowboy style. That's gonna be gits. That one I had some trouble with that one, and then. So with the G, does that give you any ideas for the luxury hotel chain?
So normally at this point, I would get up and peel a vegetable while cooking because that would let me think about it. Nope.
We'll go somewhere else. Let's try 6 down. It's 50s president. If you think about money instead of the year, that'll give you this one. Is unresolved.
Sure. Should I tell you I'm Canadian?
Ah, that does help.
Make that one a
so
little
I'll
harder.
fill this in. That's Grant. Ulysses S. Grant is on the $50 bill.
Oh, so Grant was where my head went, and I was like, well, but that can't possibly be because he's old. So yes, fine. That actually means 6 across is going to be GPS.
Yes, that's right. GPS for feature of a smartwatch in brief.
What's 7 down?
7 down is unresolved.
Okay, it's too short for pending.
Yes, but it's not too short for pens.
Oh, all right. I like that.
So, come across as seem. Yes.
You seem confused.
I
am. It's a Thursday puzzle.
This one, especially this one, is tough. This was a tough puzzle. 14 across. Habitat becoming bleached by global warming.
Reef.
Yes.
Sadly.
If we want to look at 17 down again, we have SOLA blank blank ANE blank.
Is it solar panel?
That's right. It is solar panel.
Huh. All right.
Because instead of turning light green, it turns light into green energy.
Ah, clever.
Yes.
Okay, I like that.
This puzzle is full of these.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
I am now warned.
Okay. 18 down is it can be stripped or chipped.
Stripped or chipped. Paint?
Yes, that's right.
All right.
15 down is casting option.
Okay, now is this casting like who's going to play me in the movie of my life, or is this casting like, bronze or broken bones?
Casting like fish, actually.
Oh, I would not have thought of that.
Yeah.
Casting option. Wow. I'm not going to get that one. Does anybody in the chat fish by any chance?
I don't see anyone in the chat with it, but we'll come back to it.
Okay.
Let's come back to this one, actually. Let's come back here. So let's try and open up one of these corners here.
How about 27 across?
27 across.
So what's that one? Doesn't do takeout at a restaurant. Eats in.
Eats in, yes. And then if you're in, where are you? For 44 down.
If you're in.
You're at home.
Oh, I was thinking cool.
Yes, I didn't even think that. It's because I went here and then I was going and then I was going and then I came down here and I was like, oh, Ian, you're at home because you're eating in.
Yeah.
But
Clever.
So 45 down is a visibly happy person. This one was tricky.
Visibly happy person. Nope. We're gonna have to get back to that one.
We'll come back to it. That's okay.
How about 44 across?
44
44
across is grow on trees, so to speak. And we have some help with 15 down if you want to go back there.
Sure.
So I have a couple people in chat, C-Butco, You Best Not Miss, saying that it's fly rod.
Oh, I would, never, not have gotten that.
Yeah,
that makes me think that 20 across is going to be me and my something.
Yeah, me and my something. Maybe, I don't know, these squares might have something to do with it, but we'll come back. So now with 5 down, we have STREGI blank.
F.
Yes, for the St. Regis. For 30 across, we have more of these squares. But
at least it's not a rebus.
At least it's not a rebus, that's true.
So true story, I've done crossword puzzles all my life, and I did not know what a rebus was until I started working at the New York Times.
I only knew about them because I'm typically the Friday and Saturday solver normally. I don't always do the during the week puzzles. I know it's a tragedy because some of them are really excellent.
Mm-hmm.
But when I started here, I really got into like the during the week puzzles, and I had to, like, it took me a minute to figure out what a rebus was.
Yeah, it's
even though I've been solving puzzles since I was like 15. So, but here we are.
And then that gave me, like, I vamped for enough time that 22 down is newt.
Yes, which I thought was just a lizard, but nope.
Nope.
Where the Ko'oalu Range is located.
Okay, it's in Hawaii. So is that what's 22 across?
22 across is, I think, directory info. We can look at 24 down too as a random guess.
Well, I thought 23 down was going to be Maui, but I can't quite make that work, so I'm going to hold off, I think.
We can also look at 33 across, which is instrument that largely replaced the ophthetical, which I think I just pronounced wrong.
Okay.
But 4-letter instruments that start with T tend to be.
But are we talking musical or surgical?
You know what? With the hint we have, I have no idea.
All right.
So
good times.
24 down is random guess. 28 down is keep focused.
Is that stay on target?
Stay on, and then blank a
task.
blank blank.
Stay on task.
Stay on task. Nice.
I have a 10-year-old, so I know about staying on task.
With only 2 letters too is good. So then we have T blank blank A for 33 across.
Is it tuba?
Yes, tuba.
God, I can't believe that.
So then now we go to 23 down.
I want to know. So I can't see the chat, but are there people in the chat being like, well, of course that's tuba. Everyone knows what was it? Ophetically.
OPHICL.
Ophiclide?
Ophiclide. That might be right.
Does everyone know what that is? No?
I didn't know what it was until I read it in the wordplay column.
Thank goodness for Deb.
Yes, thank goodness for Deb. No, the people mostly just give us answers, which is helpful. So if you get stuck, we can always ask the people.
Like with the fly rod.
With the fly rod.
24 down. I'm going to take a stab at that one.
Yes, stab.
See what I did.
That's right.
There.
So then.
So that's going to be Oahu.
Yes, that's right.
And
so for numbers and directory info.
Yes. Okay. What's 44 across? Did we try that one? Grow on trees.
44. Yes, grow on trees, so to speak. This one was also pretty tricky. We can go.
It looks like it's a mount, but that can't be right.
A mount would fit, but I also know that it's we can
not that.
It's not that, but it's close. The N is right. So maybe if we look at 45 down again, which is a visibly happy person, or we can look at 41 down for tacit.
Unsaid.
Unsaid. Unsaid. Yes. Oh, I'm in the wrong
I
window.
can't believe you doubted me, Isaac.
Why would I doubt you?
Honestly, I am a very unreliable person, so you should doubt me.
All right, so 31 down is part of academic regalia. This got me really stuck because I had a gown here and then it was wrong.
It's not cap. It's not gown. Hood.
Hood, yes. It's PhDs who get hooded, right?
No, you get a hood with your bachelor's degree.
Oh, I didn't, but I went to art school, so who knows?
Hey, I did too, but I also have a PhD, so that's fine.
34 across, completely dominate. We can check our
Own.
crossers. Own. Yep, 32 down is ick. Which,
Is that you?
yes, it is. Point value commonly assigned to a queen in chess. I think the N here kind of gives it away. For 9.
Huh. All right.
42,
I did not know that.
42 down is she played Sophie in Sophie's Choice.
No, we're gonna have to come back there. I'm
Gonna
terrible.
have to come back to that. Well, now that we've got all this, we can look at 44 across again.
See, is it around? Grow on
trees.
so to speak.
We have Marilyn Johnson in the chat giving us Abound.
Oh.
And then we also have from Marilyn in the chat, we have Stents for 47 across. Is Cath Lab
you,
Supply.
Marilyn.
Thank you.
You might. Is 45 down Beamer?
It is Beamer.
51 across. Really can't count on it, I'm afraid.
Really can't count on it, I'm afraid. And then for 47 down, we have Bra Part.
Strap.
Strap, yes. And that's for... Oh, I have the wrong letter here. So then we have access to an expense account as Perk. Midwest Center of Agricultural Research is Ames, which I think is in Iowa.
It is.
So just checking our crossers. That all looks good to me.
Let's skip down to 60 across.
60 across.
Because that is Doll.
Yes, Doll. Woody and Toy Story.
63 across Hunk.
Hunk. Let's try maybe looking at 30 across, because we've got some of these already. We've got Hold It, Buster, and then What's the ID blank blank. But we've got these weird squares.
Oh. They're big.
Yeah, right.
So it's what's the big idea? And I know that because 20 across should be me and my big mouth, but it doesn't fit.
Yes.
So mouth is in there. So it's okay.
So that's the ticket.
21 down, Quarry.
This one, I had a really hard time with this one because it took me forever to get the theme.
Is it a mine?
It is a mine, but when I see Quarry in the puzzle, I never think of a mine. I always think of like a goal or like a prey.
I did think of that, but I play a lot of Minecraft and Terraria, so obviously mining is something that never mind.
That'll do it.
Can you scroll up to 26 across?
26 across is helps with the dishes.
Rinses.
That's right.
29 across?
It's polite refusal. We can come back to it.
Yeah.
All
right.
Let's try some of these short ones. 16 is crumbly ice cream topping, or a crossworder's favorite cookie.
Nope.
Oreo.
Oh, that's not an ice cream topping.
It depends.
What are you talking about here?
Depends. I've seen
cookies and cream ice cream yesterday, and it is like in it. But
yeah,
no, you're
it's
right,
not on it. It's in it, but it's not on it.
You can put it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anyone who would like crumble up Oreos at home and put them on their ice cream. But if you go to like an ice cream place, they'll have it.
You're right. Totally right. That's very fair.
I think that's fair. 19 across is habit, and I'll tell you it's not like a nun.
Can we actually go 9 down? Words of befuddlement.
Words of befuddlement.
Okay, I regret that. How about 10 down?
10 down is stimulate.
All right.
11 down is didn't buy, say. This is like a house.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, I was doing so well.
I know this because.
Okay, 12 down is moth.
12 down is moss. They may come
There
to
we go.
light.
See, now I'm back on it. It's going to be great.
Yes. So 11 down is going to be rented, like a house.
All right. Okay.
And then 29 across. I know rented because many, like the musical, or like what I do with my apartment all the time.
Sure. Or what you can do with clothing.
That's true. Or a
So
car.
is 29 across going to be no need?
Yes. Polite refusal. No need. No need.
Mm-hmm. Takes me back to my childhood.
35 across. Box score column.
RBI?
Yes. RBIs. I had runs here because I always forget that it's a crossword puzzle and not the actual box score.
This favor doesn't... You owe me big time.
You owe me big time. Yes. You owe me big time.
Mm-hmm.
And then time, and then it's big time because the squares are big, so it's big time.
I'm with you. I'm with you on the
Yeah.
same.
It's for the people. It's for the people.
46 across.
C2H6. This one, people have
Oh,
been
dear.
shouting at us in chat about this one.
Oh, dear.
Well, politely giving us the answer is maybe more accurate.
Okay, well, you could put in the answer, and I'll pretend that I knew it all along.
Ethane.
Oh, okay.
The crossword
Well done.
is the crossword is favorite chemical. So let's see if we
You
get.
know, I've taken organic chemistry, and I'm just super bad at that kind of thing.
I'm no scientist, so I had no idea. I only know it from crosswords. So let's see if we can finish this out. So we have spring roll. So it's got the question mark, so we know it's going to be a pun. Maybe
Yes.
36 down is leaning, bias, and then
Sod?
sod. Yes, and
That
then
would make 38 down seed. Does that make sense?
yes,
Yep.
for Genesis.
I'm pretty
So,
pleased with that.
Yes, I think that's all right. So we want to look at 9 down again.
Where is the befuddlement? I can't read that with all the overlays.
So
What do
it's
we have?
we have blank, O blank, and then on earth.
Oh, it's some. Well, that should be what on earth, but it can't be.
It should be what on earth.
How
but this,
on earth
How
am
on
I supposed to get this?
exactly. So
Isaac, I want you in the chat to do crossword puzzles with me all the time. Much easier.
it's much easier, especially with this one. Deb made a good point in the column that sometimes people will think of puzzles like this as unfair, but it's not unfair necessarily. It's more so. Let me see what she said because I think it was really sort of poignant.
Uh-huh.
Let me use my magic owning more than one monitor to see what she said. She says it's just inexperience. Maybe it's if you haven't seen it before, it's not unfair. You just don't know. You're learning something. It's a learning opportunity.
Yeah. So I got the crossword puzzle thing from my mother, and she does the Sunday ones also. And when there's a theme like this, and there's something missing, and you have to figure it out, and you get that aha. She taught me that the reason to enjoy crossword puzzles is for that aha.
Yes, exactly. That's my favorite part of crosswords too. I picked them up from my grandfather, who is a very devoted solver. He has gone. My favorite thing is when I started here, he told me about how he went to the American Crossword Puzzle Tournament one year,
Wow.
and he solved, and then his wife, my grandmother, was in the office keeping score. So it was a real experience for them.
Family experience. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I love that story so much.
That's nice. Back to the bits I don't know.
Back to the puzzle. So let's go down here where we have a bunch of empties. Maybe we know some of these. South Korean currency.
Actually, let's go right to 58 because I had that in my head. Now I can't think of anything else.
58
down is Tiz.
Yes, tis.
And then 67 is Ilk. No, I don't.
I'll read the
It could
clue.
be Ilk, but
Yes, Ilk is right. I realize that the cameras are covering the bottom of the list. So 58 down, the clue is first word of the song Simple Gifts. 57 down is sort.
okay. So 64 across curling locales because I'm Canadian.
Yes.
I know that's rink.
Rinks, yes.
Except
I can't type.
typing is a thing. And 61 across produce safety concern is E. coli.
E. coli, yes.
56 down.
56.
South Korean currency. Oh man, I really should know this. This is embarrassing.
I know
Bail
this.
me out.
It's won. W-O-N.
Terrible. 53 down. Points of interest.
53, yes.
Points of interest.
I saw it in chat if you want it from Laura.
Sure.
Is foci.
Thank you, Laura. 51 across. Really can't count on it, I'm afraid. That's a something if, big if.
Yes. Let's try 52
really
down.
big. It's a really big if.
Really doesn't
Nope.
fit.
It doesn't.
But let's try 52 down. Maybe we can get YouTube journal posting. This one always gets a couple tweets when it's in the
Is
puzzle.
it vlog?
It is vlog.
So very big if.
Yes, very big if I can remember how to operate the puzzle. So 49 down, Procter & Gamble brand, which is another tricky one. 63 across is hunk, which is geo blank. And then
Is that like gob, as in like a hunk of meat?
yes,
Okay.
and not like a very muscular person.
Which I admittedly is where I went.
That was also my first thought, and then I filled in the G of vlog, and I was like, what goes there?
55 across. Overruling of an objection. I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. Yes, it's just 2 L's. So then that gives us, we can check our crossers. 43 down, we have Amazon for one as E-Taylor. 42 down, we have She Played Sophie in Sophie's Choice. That's Meryl Streep. And then the Procter & Gamble brand is Oral-B.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that one.
Yeah, that was definitely one I got later. This corner down here with Gob and Oral-B, that was like a little bit tricky for me. That was, yeah, but we're okay. We only have 2 left, or technically 1 if we can get Stimulate. So we have 9 across Perniciousness, 19 across Habit, and then 10 down Stimulate.
So is perniciousness harm?
Yes.
So then this is arouse for stimulated.
Yes. And we're done.
Yay!
There it is.
That was fun.
So then our intrepid engineers, thank you, have given us they've sort of given it to us a little more. You can see big mouth and big idea, big time and big if. Mm-hmm. So each phrase is me and my big mouth. What's the big idea? You owe me big time, and that's a very big if.
Love it.
Yes. And Laura makes a good point. E-Taylor, I've never heard that anywhere except the NYT crossword, which I think is fair. There's definitely a lot of words that only show up in the crosswords, but
Laura, you probably saw me make a face when that one went up.
Yeah.
And I thought I probably shouldn't have done that, but yeah, that is definitely one where my husband and I, when solving the puzzle, would have been saying to each other,
E-Taylor is definitely a tricky one, but there's a lot of like good fill in here. I love this sort of northwest corner, stats, outlet, and then solar panel.
The clue for outlet was
That was
delightful.
so clever.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, I think that's one of ours. The constructor talked about it a little bit in their constructor notes in the column. So that's good. And then, habitat bleached by global warming. And then this corner I had a really hard time with, the sort of northeast corner. Mm-hmm. Perniciousness, want, but it was great.
The clue for moths is nice.
That's what
they
made it
come
come to light. That's what broke it open for me. Is once I got that, it sort of all became a little bit more clear to me. And it was, what a wonderful puzzle. I had a lot of fun with this puzzle.
Can you actually show me 33 across again? Because I'm going to need to look that word up.
33 across. It's in the column also.
Oh, I'll just read the column.
Yeah, it's in the column. Deb knows. Deb
trust
knows.
Deb.
Yes.
Awesome.
C-Butco says, love the cool visual payoffs in the puzzles recently. Thanks, Isaac and Pamela. Thank you, C-Butco, for tuning in.
I will pass that on to the people who make those
Yes.
possible.
There was the 007 puzzle maybe a couple weeks ago too that had one of these. Mm-hmm. That was also great.
Yep.
That was great. I filled it in and then it started drawing the 7 and I was like, oh, because normally a theme is symmetric or at least sort of or you can at least see it. I was like, okay, it's double O's, but I don't know where it goes. And I don't know what it means. And then I got it and then it filled in and then the 7 came up and I was like, oh, it's a James Bond puzzle. I love that.
We were coming up with a bunch of James Bond clues and really enjoying that.
Yes, it's great.
Awesome.
So, thank you everybody for tuning in.
Thanks, Isaac, for the company.
Yes, I'm Isaac Aronow for the New York Times, joined by Pamela Bergson, and we'll see you next Thursday.